Hey everybody, it's been a while, hasn't it? Since, the 14th of December. Yeah. So, like I promised in the description of that video and on Twitter and Facebook, I will be making another video to complete out days 2 to 12 of the 12 Days of Anime. Yeah. Yeah, this is awkward, isn't it? Well, let's try and spice it up a bit, with the opening theme. So first things first, spoiler warning, because there'll be some stuff I'm gonna put on the list here that will have me discussing stuff that's, spoilerish, and I'll try and hold back and make sure I don't spoil too much stuff or any major spoilers and so forth, but just figured I'd let that be known. So just with the list here of my new laptop, one that's not gonna crash on me so easily and won't be able to reboot like my old one, which is how this whole incident started. So without further ado, for day 2, the Death Parade ending. Death Parade was a pretty great show. Really, just deep and just really made you think in many respects, and beyond the fact that it's just really, really good and had some really interesting characters, the final arc of the show and just the general ending is just really good. You finally get to know the whole story behind the black-haired woman and why she's there and everything, and it's just kind of poignant in a way. Like, it's not a particularly massive deal like you think, and it's more or less related to just depression in general, but it's really understated in a way. Like, it's not such a massively big deal, but it's still really effective on an emotional level, and for that I really like that part of the show the most. Beyond the whole, just like, I don't know what I was going with, sorry, I'm slurring my words here, I'm kind of just doing this off the cuff so I can get it over with. So, yeah, the Death Parade ending was probably like the second day I would have talked about the Death Parade ending in a lot more detail, probably. But yeah. So, for day 3, it's the final arc of Sword Art Online Season 2, the Mother's Rosario arc. And that's probably my favorite arc in the entire show. Probably the same for a lot of people, and this is from someone who doesn't particularly like Sword Art Online at its worst, and loves Sword Art Online at its best, and that doesn't happen nearly as much as it should. And with Mother's Rosario just gets a lot of things right. Kirito isn't the main character in it, it's Asuna, and she actually gets some decently good development. The new set of characters are all really interesting, including the main new character Yuki, who's just really fascinating, and even the dub for it all with Erica Mendez as Yuki was just really great. I loved her. Like, she did great as Ryuko in Kill la Kill, and this one just blew me away just equally as well. Just everything about this arc, how emotional it was, if you could call it kind of emotionally manipulative in a way, but I don't mind. I mean, it still got its job done, didn't it? So yeah, that was probably the best part of the whole second season so far. Even if the whole second season in general was a massive improvement over season 1 in a lot of respects, even if it still didn't get a lot of things right. See the villain of the Gun Gale Online arc. Yeah. So on to day 4. We have Redline. Yeah, just Redline the movie in general. Just how do I begin with this one? Well, for starters, it's a pretty damn amazing movie in general. Just all of the animation and sound and so forth is just insane, and I'm really glad that Anime Lab sent it to me as part of their premium box. Just an amazing movie in general, and I can't just pick out one moment. I mean, just every single racing scene in it is just a fantastic moment in itself, and I can't just choose one, even if the final race is probably the best part of them all. So, yeah, Redline, amazing, and it would have been day 4. So, for day 5, we have Eureka 7. And where do I begin with Eureka 7? Because choosing like one single moment out of it, just excuse me, I'm trying to get it back in its place. on the DVD shelf. There's a lot of stuff to fit on here. Eureka 7, I'd probably just say the general ending overall was just sort of the culmination of everything that Renton and Eureka has learned over the past 49 episodes or so of the show. Just seeing how their relationship fully develops and everything just kind of comes to a good, conclusive end. It's just really satisfying and really made watching this entire show worth it, especially for how well paced a 50-episode show it was. And, well, I'm not sure if I can say any more than that. Just, Eureka 7's great, and that ending was fantastic. I loved it. So, on to part 6, we have It's the New Movie. Ghost in the Shell, the new movie, which I watched at the Japanese Film Festival. Yeah, that's right, I still have this. It's the new movie, the little flyer point here. Yeah, that was not, this moment's more or less about me watching the movie in cinemas than about the movie itself. Mostly because it was my second time watching a movie in cinemas, well, an anime film in cinemas, and it was a pretty interesting experience. I mean, this time I actually got to go by myself. I booked my ticket online for free using my own points, and it was just kind of interesting watching it. I would have liked to have had it in the English dub version, but it just wasn't available at the time, so eh. But yeah, it was a really interesting experience, and I really hope to go watch more anime films in cinemas when they come out. I mean, you know, Boy and the Beast. Come on, Madman, I need dates. I need them soon. So yeah, watching It's the New Movie in cinemas was pretty great and pretty interesting. So for number 7, we have a much more interesting film that I watched this year, that came out this year, that I managed to watch, and even pretty much won from a magazine competition, oddly enough, and that would be 009 We Cyborg. Where do I begin with this film? Well, for starters, after I found out that I won the film on DVD from the magazine, I ended up watching the first 30 episodes of the original 2001 show, which was pretty good. Sort of like a little old because it's based on really hot manga and sort of just old-fashioned, and well, it's nice and retro and all that. And in this film, well, I'll just say one thing for sure. It certainly fits being a reboot of this franchise. It's pretty heavy-handed. There's a lot of stuff about God and dealing with terrorism in a new world and so forth. And its ending is, well, the ending is particularly bonkers and probably for some unsatisfying in many respects. And I kind of just went along with it because I kind of knew what I was getting into with this franchise. It's an interesting film. It's not a great film, but it's still pretty good, and, well, for that I don't know, it was interesting being able to finally watch this and just see how it all really went down. I should also probably give some props to the dub, just because, well, compared to the dub of the 2001 show, all the actors in this used actual accents, like, jeez, the baby even the baby 001 had a Russian accent. That's just, wow. It's hilarious. So yeah, 009 We Cyborg, number 7. Then, on to number 8. We have Blast of Tempest. Oh, Blast of Tempest. My surprise favorite out of all the shows I've watched in the past year. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, and I'm really glad I watched it. It was just fantastic all around, from the romance and the action, the soundtrack, so forth. And probably one of my favorite moments took place in episode 18, where we have Yoshino and Hakaze just confront each other over their particular secrets. It was just interesting seeing Yoshino just kind of break down over admitting that Aiko was his girlfriend, and that he was just dealing with all the anguish and just trying to hold his own feelings back and just letting it all out. It was a really effective moment in general, and it was just pretty damn great, and just really made just a fantastic payoff to everything we've built up in the past 17 episodes or so. Also, I'm sorry, slurring my words here. Like I said, I'm sort of just doing this off the cuff. So yeah, Blast of Tempest, a fantastic show, a fantastic moment, and you should all definitely go watch it. So next up, we have number 9, and that would be the Duawa Season 2 simuldub. Because that's a thing that's happening, and even as I'm making this video right now, I'm currently waiting on the dub for the final arc of the Season 2. So, where do I begin with this? Well, for starters, it was Anaplex's very first broadcast dub, or simul-dub, whatever. And, well, for starters, Duaro's dub is fantastic, and it has a cast full of people you just don't hear in anime as much as you used to. Crispin Freeman, Steve Bloom, Kerry Waldron, so forth. You just don't hear them in much anime these days, and just for, like, sort of union reasons and so forth, but that's going a little off track. And it's just really nice hearing all these actors playing these characters that I've loved so much week to week. Just a fantastic dub, and I'm really glad Aniplex went through with doing this. And I am really excited to hear the final arc of Season 2 in its dubbed glory. I mean, Crispin Freeman, guys. Just Crispin Freeman. Seriously, I was just like, even when I found out that Duo Season 2 was happening, I was just thinking, oh, I'm gonna be waiting a really long time for the dub to come out. Then just announced they're just doing it several weeks after the episodes have aired. Just like, yes, thank you, Aniplex, you've done something right for once. So yeah, Duo Season 2. So, on to number 10, or day 10, it's The Seven Deadly Sins. The anime that was the latest one licensed by Netflix themselves, and it was a pretty good pickup for them, despite some of the show's shortcomings. And my favourite moment, or just moments in general, would be episode 19 of the show, which is focusing on King and Deanne's backstory. Because, damn, these two are probably one of the most interesting characters in the entire cast. Way better than Meliodas and Elizabeth, and man, everyone just kind of that entire episode kind of just sells everything that these characters have been building up to, and the performances in the English dub from Max Whittleman and Erica Mendez are fantastic. And all in all, it's just a fantastic episode, and easily one of the show's best. I mean, that's really all there is to it, and if you're gonna watch Seven Deadly Sins, you should definitely go watch it, because episode 19 is seriously worth it. So, on to day 11, it's Ping Pong the Animation. I've never really been the one to watch sports anime, not because, well, I don't know, I'm not a particularly big sports guy myself, and sports anime hasn't been particularly successful here, let alone even get dubbed. So, having something like Ping Pong Animation, which, well, being partially a sports anime, is also a bit of an art house project because its director Masaki Yuasa did a really unique and interesting job of it. Just, man, it really paces itself particularly well for 11 episodes with all the plot lines and character development. And all of that just really pays off in the very final episode, in the, the final match between Peko and Smile. And just the song that's playing in the background, the whole little montage of all the kids playing ping pong and so forth. It's effective, emotionally effective, and it just works. And just makes, well, some of the best moments in the entire show, and it's just worth it. So yeah, Ping Pong Animation. We should definitely go give it a try. And lastly, day number 12. The most significant anime moment to me in the past, in, well, 2015, would be receiving this. That's right, the Anime Lab box. I do not regret going onto Anime Lab. I signed up with them back in 2014 when they started for the very first time, and then signed up for their premium subscription the following year, equally as well. And it paid off with this box. All the stuff that's come out of it, the stickers, the posters, even this Naruto headband that I'll never wear. They're just great. You know, getting Redline the movie on DVD, then even being able to make an unboxing video about it, which is currently my most watched video on my entire channel out of the videos I've made back in 2015, which is pretty freaking awesome, and I have to thank Anime Lab for really spreading that video around. Seriously, guys, I really appreciate it. I love it. So yeah, the Anime Lab box. Probably the best anime merch I've ever gotten outside of, say, the DVDs and Blu-rays that I've already bought. So yeah, that's days 2 to 12 of my 12 days of anime that I've completely missed. Thanks to my laptop crashing and everything. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed my choices, and I hope you guys watch more of my videos. There's plenty of new reviews and videos coming up soon. And, well, my podcast with Doc Dazza, Darcy from Anime Archive, and The Canapa Effect should be coming out very, very soon. And I look forward to then hearing all of you talk about that one, and, listening to it. So, until next time, cheerio.